Hello. Today I wanted to talk about my post about the clouds, what I experienced in 2020. Seems like I say 2020 a lot, because that's whenever all my stuff happened. I really do not have scripture to go with this. I like to use scripture for my stuff, but really don't have it. I do think about Revelation 12:7, where it says that Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and they prevaileth not. The reason why I bring up that scripture is because that's basically what I saw. The only difference is that I didn't it wasn't like the Lord opened up the veil and I could see just purely eternal. What I saw was the mixture between clouds and the eternal. I could make everything out that happened. I live parallel to the interstate, and if I look directly at the interstate like this, north was that way, south the opposite way. Dragon's army would come from the south, Lord's army would come from the north. And I posted about it I think 2 days ago. But in those images, the clouds were alive, and I would cheer them on in some ways. And I was made to believe, and see, you gotta understand something. I was beginning to practice New Age, which was, I didn't mean to do it. I had good intentions, but I was made to believe if I held my breath long enough through faith, that I would come out my body, be able to astral travel, then I'd be able to go up and fight with them. I wanted to fight. I literally wanted to jump out of my body and go up there and fight, because what I was witnessing was just absolutely amazing stuff. To say the least, I was torturing myself because I was on the edge of passing out and dying. Again, the enemy can get into your head and make you think all kind of crazy things. But yeah, I did want to fight for many reasons. But I can make out everything. And the thing is that there was just one day when I was outside under an oak tree, whenever this dude, he was a big dude, he flew across from my right to left, and he went up there, and whenever he hit the cloud, that's in the second image. Whenever he hit that cloud, he hit it so hard that his momentum made him fly off to the left. There is physics along with that. And he veered off. Well, it seemed like the sun was starting to beam through that cloud. It looked like two eyes. And there was someone on top of that cloud chasing a demon. If you zoom in close enough, you could see the demon literally turning around with this smirk on his face. I could see him running fast but slow-mo at the same time. So I was being made to be able to see what was happening, because it was slowed down for me. And whenever the guy hit that cloud, he was now looking down on me. I'm looking up at him like, please don't do that to me. Like he knew me, you know what I mean? And two others came and dismantled that cloud and made a lamb out of that cloud. This is something that I witnessed over and over, and every day new stuff would happen to me. I would see new stuff, and it was relentless. The things I experienced the words cannot describe. At the same time, I'm trying to kill myself, trying to astral travel to come out my body to go up there and fight. But anyways, clouds. Is there biblical application and biblical truth to clouds. There was a part of me where I feared that I was the false prophet, showing lying signs and wonders because of the devil. And that was a very scary thing to ponder on because I was believing the enemy. The angels did not lose any battle, not even close. There was this one time where it was like I could see fire, but it wasn't. It was a depiction of it. And came from the south to the north. And in real time, that's in the first image that I posted. I literally saw the guy stretch and move out of the way of that flame. Because I was screaming, watch out. But in the very front of that picture is a guy running with a bow. What is that? And who is that a depiction of? Behind him was chariots. Whenever I did further investigation into the picture, I could not believe what I saw. In the very back, you could zoom in the very back, you could see him who sits on the throne. That's biblical because the Lord's throne actually mounts up and moves. That's biblical. You can read about it. That day, he mounted up. I saw it. Beneath him was a lion. To the left was a guy giving praise with his arms stretched out wide. The question is I have is this. Me staying beside the interstate, how did nobody see it? There was no reports. How was I the only one that saw it? How? I can make out every single individual, chariot, demon, you name it. How? I would post it after I would see it on Twitter. Then came the influx of the enemy. And they would say I was lying. They would say that I'm a false prophet. They would say all this stuff. And then I would believe it. And I was in fear. And I had to throw up my shield of faith, even though I was not strong in the Lord then like I am today. I think about the scripture where Moses was being led through the wilderness with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. And I think about stuff like that. Lord uses creation, uses birds, fed Elijah in the wilderness. Ever since he used the birds for me, I can't stop paying attention to them. I'm locked into that. He has my senses keen on that. But I think about scripture like, and I don't know word for word, but the day of the clouds, right? It says that the world will weep and mourn because they're seeing Jesus. Now, is that referring to the rapture? Is that referring to something else? I don't know. I don't have that answer. I'm just trying to understand why I was showing this stuff. I've searched for 4+ years for answers. I still do not have the answers. And I want to know. Unfortunately, yesterday my phone got locked. And I lost 4 years of all the stuff that I saved up. All my pictures, all my stuff that I had's gone. So, I'm not able to share other stuff now. But if y'all have any information concerning clouds, that would be greatly appreciated. I would love to hear y'all's feedback on it. Maybe it's a depiction of what's to come. Maybe there was a war. I mean, there was a war, but maybe it's representation of a future event. I don't have that answer. I just know it was real and it went down. I do believe Revelation 12:7 already happened. After that, The angels who made their decision were kicked out. They were locked out. But that war has been ongoing ever since. I can't think of anything else pertaining to that. I just know that the church that I went to go get help from, now I'll touch on this as well, because there was a verse that I came across where it talks about that David, after David sinned, he gave David 3 choices. David could not make the choice of his consequence because he said that your will is perfect, not mine. He said, the only thing I ask is do not deliver me into man's hands. God honored that. David said that he saw the angel of the Lord in between the heavens and the earth. The church that I was going to go get help from, I got my dad to stop. I posted the double rainbow that was there. I was seeing stuff. He didn't know I was seeing it. That same day, not only was I seeing all these signs, but whenever I was taking these images, I had no idea what I was truly seeing until I looked. And above the church was a huge dude that had on like this head dressing with feathers. It looked like feathers. I can't really describe it. And above the church, looking straight down, hovering like he was looking down as he hovered, he was holding a sword. I will be honest, I thought that was for me, because of me, because of what I've done, me sinning against the Lord. But I also think it's a representation of the Lord protecting his church. And it is definitely a promise of what Jesus would do for his church. So I believe that was a warning. It was also a warning to me to get my act together. And that same day is the one that began trying to take me out. I also saw her that day in the field, stalking me. And that day has never stopped ever since that happened to me. So that was a very eventful day. And I also saw some other things too, but I won't get into that. But this is the stuff that I saw and I witnessed, and ever since then I've been trying to find answers. But whatever happened was very significant and very important. And I guess me being stupid enough, I posted it to the entire world. Regardless of how dangerous this was for me doing that. So if you don't mind, please give me some scripture, and maybe the Lord might use you to be my puzzle piece. But also, just want to came across a verse today. I think it's Matthew 18:19. My brother Jason gave that scripture, and it was talking about praying in one accord, coming into agreement, one body, one spirit, one accord, and whatever you ask in the Father's name, in my name, the Father will do. And it says that Jesus would do anything concerning that prayer. If it's in the Lord's will, he'll do it. So many of us are going through hardships, fiery trials, tribulations. We're dealing with sicknesses and diseases and just all kind of things that are going on. But I had somebody pray for me today and came in agreement, one accord. Also from my brother Jason, one accord. So please continue to cover one another in prayer, because it is extremely important. Paul said he found comfort for those who prayed for him. I find comfort in that as well. But I just wanted to end that with that word. If y'all have any prayer requests, or any concerns, please let me know. I do not mind praying for y'all. Love y'all, man. Have a good day.